Gaming, the only show on the internet that asks, "Are y'all gaming?" I'm here with TK, and we got some games to talk to you guys about. So let's do it right now. And that's what we're gonna talk about because we've been gaming. TK, how are you today?
I've been good. I've been gaming for real on a lot of games actually. I just got around to playing Windblown for the first time.
Okay.
Game slaps actually. I know it's not on the docket if you came from the Twitter, but we just opened it up, me and Fats. And it's Dead Cells like isometric game, but
Oh,
it's
that's
not
made by
like
them. Okay.
yeah, but it's not like Hades. I mean, it's not. I mean, everybody said here's isometric, they immediately say Hades, but
Sure.
no, I think it's a little more stylish than that. It's definitely got a lot of dashing, and it's multiplayer, and it's like we didn't really get that far, but like over the first like 3 runs that we did, mad fun. So,
Sure.
big fan of that. Excited to see you can. I think you can get 3 people all together, but we just played two. Excited to see how that one plays out in the future, and like what kind of like drops and stuff get put on it or like DLC. I don't know if it's early access or if it's just out. Let me
Sure.
look. It looks like it's early access now, but that's fine. Um, I like it. And at the end of this, I'm going to rant about something, but we'll talk about that after we get through our stuff. So other than that, though, I'm doing good. I was sick for like literally half a day, and now I'm good.
I
So
don't know how you bounce back so fast. Something about the. I used to be able to do that, but now I feel like if I'm out for a day, I'm out for a week. It's crazy.
no, I feel that.
I'm weird.
Yeah,
It's tough. Yeah, so we got some games to talk about. Unfortunately, I have not been playing much. Honestly, I've been all over Rivals 2, which is on the docket. We'll be talking about that in a second. Um, but that's basically all I've been doing. Just because I'm on the grind trying to get back to Master, bro. It's hard. We'll talk about it in a second. We'll get to the other stuff first. First up, Monster Hunter Wilds. Wait, is that the new one where the demo just came out?
yep,
Okay.
yep. So let me tell you, it's good. All right, I don't care. I don't think you're not a Monster Hunter guy.
No, this always
Last
comes
time you
up
tried one
because
though.
I want to. I've never tried one. It looks like I would enjoy it, but there's so much grinding than like time investment that I'm not
Yeah, but you
into.
don't have to play like that. And I told you this, bro. Like, you look,
Mm.
there's a weapon, there's a top tree weapon, right? In every weapon that you like. And it's just that's basically a raw damage weapon. Now, when you want to like min max and put elemental stuff on things, you can do that, but you don't have to. Like, you can definitely beat the game with just a raw damage weapon. So you just
Ah,
upgrade that one weapon, and then you probably upgrade your one uh armor set that like works with that weapon, and
sure.
you're straight. You're good for like a majority of the game. However, I think a lot of the people who do like that game do like the grinding aspect, so you probably would end up getting either annoying people in your chat if you stream it,
Uh huh.
or just you're not there's going to be a certain point where you stop playing basically. But I
Sure.
mean, it's usually a pretty good story. It's pretty cool, pretty neat. This one has changed because they've like done like seamless transition to a lot of things. So you don't have like a main hub and then you like fly off to a island. Like everything is literally connected, so you can run from one locale to another locale, and there's no loading and stuff. And I think that's really
Okay.
cool. It's first of its kind. Normally, Monster Hunter is broken into like really big locales, but they're like all separated by like, all right, you're at the hub. Okay, we're gonna go to the volcano, and the volcano's huge. But then like, if you have another mission in like the desert, you don't run to the desert. You go back to the hub, and then you go to the
Then
desert or
you go
whatever,
to the
right?
desert. Okay.
Yeah. So and like that's a really cool expansion of it. The weapons, it's all the same weapons from last game, which it's like a slight disappointment. I do think it's probably time for like one extra weapon.
Sure.
But all the weapons have something new in them to keep up with the times. In fact, since I'm probably like every Monster Hunter, but since I started playing, every Monster Hunter has had something different. So World was like my base, right? And then Rise had like wire bugs, which kind of made it a little more anime and more arcadey, and you could do like Spider-Man swings and like big
Okay.
attacks and whatnot.
They
And
added
that was like,
Fortnite stuff. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that was pretty fun. And then they took that out, and now the weapons are kind of more closer to World. But there's like a wound system in it now, and there's like bigger explosions and like cooler things like that. So it's it's like a sideways thing because I feel like each game is fun even now. Like I go back and play World every now and then just because like I heard if you have some World data on your thing, they give you some extra bonuses or something. So I was like, I
Sure.
might as well play it again. And then I liked Rise a lot. I played Rise for like 400 hours or something like that. So um, yeah, I mean, game was great. I can't wait for it to come out. Unfortunately, It's coming out February 27th, 2025.
Okay.
And guess what else is coming out around that time now? Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now, why would Nintendo do this to
Ah,
me?
right.
I don't know. But as in my older age, being a 35-year-old gamer, I just do not have the time to play so many 100-hour epics.
That's just a remaster, though. You've already played that, right? Like that's like
Yeah,
a
but the
reboot.
game, but it's back though, bro. Do you know how long I've
Ah,
been asking for that?
I guess. I don't
It
know.
was on the Wii U. I think the Wii U deserves the most ports because people did not have that system. All
Oh, that
right.
was on the
So,
Wii U. Oh, I thought that was the Switch one,
mhm.
but I'm thinking of the wrong one. Okay, never mind. Yeah, go crazy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah. If it was the Switch one, I wouldn't care. Like, I think regular first Xenoblade Chronicles was ported to like the 3DS or something as
Yeah.
well too. So like, I definitely don't care about that one. But
The Wii U
X,
needs everything ported
yeah,
off it. Like that
yeah. Any
that
good
system
game
was a
over there?
disaster. Yeah, exactly. Save them. It's just a desolate island. Get them out of there. Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's Monster Hunter. It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait. I usually do like a lot of the hunting by myself, like for the first time I play, but
Sure.
I'm just gonna open it up and just have it play with everybody. However, there's the caveat to that is if I go to a tournament on the weekend and I come back and I'm like HR 20 and you're like HR 99, don't ask to play with me. I want to fight the monster too, bro. Like I don't want you coming in there one shot and then I'm
Yeah.
not having any fun.
Yeah, that's always the issue is like some guy always gets like super far ahead of everybody else because they've been playing a lot on their off time, and then it just
Hmm.
becomes a disaster. So,
Yeah.
how big are the groups in that game? Like, how many people run deep?
You can get 4 people on a hunt, but you can get 16 people in a lobby, and then apparently 100 people altogether in like a super lobby, but you only see 16 of them. I don't exactly
Jeez.
know how it works out. I need to really do some research on that, but I'm once it comes out tomorrow for Steam. Um, and so anybody who has Steam can now finally play the demo. It was PS5 exclusive for 2 days. I keep forgetting to cancel my PS Plus, so therefore I had it,
They
but I'm
got you.
definitely gonna remember to cancel it this time because I'm not playing on that, bro.
Are you paying it by the year or by the month?
By the year.
Oh, so you just see that happened to me. I just see that like $80 charge. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
no, not again! They caught me. I'll definitely remember next year. Don't worry, they're not getting me again. Then in 2025, oh no,
no!
they
Every
got me
time, bro.
again.
Every time, and like, it's funny because I feel like if I had it on my, there's always those things that are like, have all your subscriptions in one place. I think
Yes,
I really
yeah,
need that because I have a decent amount of subscriptions that like I remember, but mostly on like my phone. Like
yeah.
anything on my Apple subscriptions, I remember. But whenever I look down, I get that notification from PayPal. $13 has been
Yep.
given to. Oh well,
Not
got
again.
me again.
Come on, man. Yeah, it's a mess.
Oh yeah.
That's tough. That's very funny. That's good. Yeah. So that was that's Monster Hunter.
Hmm.
Probably won't be hopping in this one. I always say that I'll try it, but I'm not gonna. I
Hey man,
need
this
to.
could be the one.
Yeah, whatever. There are too many good games out. You
You,
need
do,
like
the demos. Just play the demo, man. It's like the first like
no.
hunt and level, and just play. Hmm.
I'm kind of busy.
Chat. What's the Coney weapon, bro? It's probably sword and shield.
I'd play very basic. Yeah, when I play Dark Souls, I'd legit like broadsword. That's all I did. You
Yeah.
know
Okay.
what?
I would say great sword, but great sword is one of those weapons that like even though I feel like the game always says like whenever you watch the trailer for Monster Hunter, it's always great sword. But like
Sure.
to play great sword, you need to have knowledge of the game. Like that is not like a beginner friendly weapon. There's a lot of like standing around and charging and finding the right time to charge and whatnot. And
Right.
so I think to start with the great sword is probably not it. I think once you are good at Monster Hunter or like you just have played one or you're a veteran, like if you played any other Monster Hunter, like I think it's fine. But I think if it's your first one, I wouldn't start with a great sword. So I'm gonna say try the sword and shield if you decide to get in there, or the light bow gun if you
Well,
just want to sit back and shoot.
I
So
shan't be playing it anyway. So, but one
well,
game
okay,
I did play.
he's gonna try it. Come on.
One game I did play though was Towerborn, which you and I had a chance to play for the bounty. You been playing that anymore?
Yeah, I played a little more of it.
Okay.
It's fun. I mean, I do think that it's one of those like it's a checkbox game, like one that I
Yeah.
don't have anything else to play right now, and I don't want to try that hard, so I'm just gonna throw this on. Combos are fun. I got pretty far up on the gauntlets. I do think that they definitely needed more than 4 classes though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been a little bit of a miss there because I feel like the classes don't feel um that different, I guess.
I
Like I don't
agree.
really feel like that I'm playing in a certain way. There's no, there's no range class to really say that, oh, I'm doing mage stuff. So yeah, it's like you fight close with a shield, you fight close with a fist, or you fight close with a big stick. Like what,
Right.
so other than that though, I think it's a quality all right game. I think it's the most 6/7 out of 10 game that you could get. And if you want to waste a little time, then yeah, why not?
I liked it. It was a little slow when what we played, and I know it's like it's just starting out and it's supposed to be accessible, but like just fighting the same like three enemies for an hour was starting to get to me. Also, they take too long to kill. Like if they were faster to kill, that'd be one thing, but it was like every enemy took like four combos, so that was a little thought it was a little
Yeah.
much, but I could see the bones of a good game in there, especially like a beat 'em up RPG style thing where like you kind of progress. There's something cool there. I just I don't know. I was getting a little. My 1 hour was enough. I was like, okay, I get it. Um, it had to be a little bit faster, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I played
Yeah.
too
And
many of
I
these games.
And I think also too was because we kept seeing the same enemy type. I don't know
Yeah,
how long it takes until we stop fighting gobos, but
a lot of
uh
gobos. Yeah.
yeah, I was like I played another like 3 hours. I'm still fighting gobos, so I'm not really sure
Oh,
how long. But I think it might just be how the map is made, right? So like the every hexagon, even though the map is huge, but you can only go by hexagon. So like you're probably gonna fight a lot of gobos, especially if you're like going in a circle. I don't know if you
sure.
just go in one straight direction, will that change? But yeah, I don't know. It's overall though, like I just said, like it's a fun game. I did enjoy playing Gauntlets. I think if you let me punch anything in a game, it will get you an extra point. To
Yeah,
be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. I'm big on
So
the fist weapons. As long as it feels meaty and it feels powerful, then I'm like, oh, this is great.
yeah,
That's generally my vibe too. So
yeah. So I mean, overall though, I'd probably get like a 6 or 7 out of 10 right now. It's early access. I don't know who's going to be like oh man, I'm a Towerborn goat. Like this is in fact, let me go ahead and look at the Steam charts. My favorite thing to do.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't know how many people are gonna ride or die for this game. It was good, but it's like, how do you get somebody to latch onto it? The art style
Mm.
felt a little how do I put it? Uh, it feels a lot like the character design is cool, and like I don't. I like the individual elements are cool, but the sort of larger whatever world that they're in doesn't seem just a fantasy world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not looking so good for them right now though. With it being an MMO, all-time peak of 420 players, playing 63 players playing right now. I'm not really sure
It's
those
early
numbers are
access.
gonna.
Give them time.
That's true. It is
Don't
early access.
worry.
All right. I'll give it up. My fault.
Soon, I bet. Maybe. Yeah, perhaps.
Soon
We'll see.
PM.
Yeah, we'll see. Soon. Maybe it might work out. So, yeah, Towerborn, pretty good game. But you know what's a great product? Jeez, that
Mm.
was rough. Is Turtle Beach. And guys, today's episode is brought to you by Turtle Beach, the #1 brand of gaming headsets and accessories. Their new Gen 3 Stealth 700 headset picks up so much crystal clear sound, it's basically cheating. They're amazing headsets that are so comfortable you'll feel like you're wearing a marshmallow cloud pillow on your head. And you could even sleep in it if you want because they feel so amazing. And best of all, the Stealth 700 has the industry's first ever cross-play dual wireless transmitter system, so you can seamlessly switch between consoles and PC with just the click of a button. Guys, check out Turtle Beach yourself. They make some fantastic headsets, including the Stealth 700. They've got a wide range of stuff. Whether you're a casual gamer or haven't touched grass in weeks, Turtle Beach is the right headset for you. And our listeners get 10% off the whole order when you use code YALLGAMING at turtlebeach.com. That's right, 10% off your whole order at turtlebeach.com/YALLGAMING. Get the ultimate immersive gaming experience with Turtle Beach today. Go to turtlebeach.com, use code YALLGAMING for 10% off your entire order. Thanks, Turtle Beach, for sponsoring the show. Okay. Last game. Rivals. One I've been spending the
Rivals
most time with.
2.
You still on this?
Yeah. I mean, I play like every night, but it's definitely getting to that point where I don't like. I'm not.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a competitive gamer anymore. Like I like to have fun.
Sure.
I think it is impossible to have fun in that game without being at least pretty semi-competitive because
Sure.
everyone who's playing that is either a Melee player who is looking for a sweet release of Melee, or a Rivals player who has been playing this game for 18,000 hours.
Yes.
And whilst I'm not like losing a bunch, like I feel like my win rate is probably like, I don't know, like 60% or whatever. Like I'm just gonna be stuck in platinum forever because I don't plan to go that hard. So
Sure. No.
and I'm fine with that, but like sometimes, I just want to like, that's not a game. Like I feel like in Smash, any version of Smash, even Melee, like I feel like there's a moment where I can just like hop on, casually play and beat somebody or whatever. But I cannot do that in Rivals.
Right.
That will not be happening.
Yep. No, I completely agree. I can do that in casual. Like if I go into the casual queue and play some Clarin or whatever, it's like it's not so bad because there's nothing on the line. But if you go into ranked, it is challenging. Um, and it's weird because as much as how do I explain this? I don't know how seriously I want to play the Rivals competitive experience. This is gonna sound very rude. I think I don't want to be associated with these players. These people are awful. Like I'm in like 1350 in between like Diamond and or Master, and these people are dog. Like they just do their one character thing, and everybody has their gimmick, and it's like, okay, can I solve this puzzle before the end? And listen, I'm not saying I'm any better. I get it. I'm not saying that I'm better than these people, but like so many of these players are just holding down the entire time, running their one-player offense. And I know that that's just a challenge with any game at the mid-level. But I think in this game, the character gimmicks are especially strong. Like, Orcane just be popping the bubbles up. It's like, okay, I can't jump here. And people are like, you can parry it. It's like, okay, but then I have to, like, guess when he's going to do it. It's still a get. Anyway, the player base is pissing me off. But, I'm getting there. I do feel like I'm climbing. I think I could get. I'm top 200 right now, which is great. They
Damn.
have a leaderboard. Yeah, barely. Like I'm in and out. But I got top 200. But all day today, what keeps happening to me is I'll load it up, I'll play a couple sets, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so annoyed. This is so annoying. Like I fought Orcane locks, Orcane locks, and it's like I don't want to fight these two anymore. And I would close the game. I would alt F4 after a match, and I'd be like, damn, I want to play one more. And I would boot the game back up, and I would play another set against an Orcane or a Lux, and I would get mad again. The game has struck this balance between really, really frustrating characters to fight and just it's got the sauce, man. It's crack. Something about it is
The game is very good. I think
yeah.
but I'm starting to think that like we're all masochists. So like that we keep doing that thing where we like are annoyed with the game but won't put it down. And that is exactly what's happening. Like I'm about to do that thing on my stream after this with the hot takes, and one of the hot takes was there's not a single enjoyable matchup in this game, and that is true.
Sure.
That literally is true. Like I was like, damn, that like I don't think there's a single person that shows on the screen. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm about to have a nope. I'm just like I'm already thinking about how annoying this character could be. There's definitely some people that are like way more annoying. Like I think Orcane is like whenever I see an Orcane, or like a Maple, like I'm way more tilted than if I see like a Crag or like a Lox. But there's BS in those characters as well.
Yeah.
So like, but it's fun. It's just there's like a level that like you get to that eventually you're like, all right, I'm not unless I'm trying to go pro in this game, like this is not fun anymore. And I'm not trying to go pro in this game. So I appreciate everything that Rivals brought to the table though. It is finally a like what I would say a very like a good platform fighter.
Yeah.
That I do think can like hold a candle to Melee. Or not Melee, to just Smash in general. In a way that like we kind of been expecting to see from several platform fighters. Like Multiverse couldn't do it, even though like they had the IP but not the gameplay, right? And then Rushdown couldn't do it because that's just a game for tweakers. And this game is like the IP is getting a little more recognizable, but the mechanics of the game is pretty good. I see a lot of people complaining about it not having a tutorial, and I think that's true. And then I saw some people push back and say the people who would only 34% of players would use the tutorial, and I was like, those 34% of players are probably like 100% new players. Like
that's a lot of people. Like only a third of all players would try. Yeah, man, a third is a lot. That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
don't know what you're trying to what the idea behind that post was, but like a third of people using the tutorial means that people are using the tutorial because the people who probably aren't using tutorials are Rivals 1 players. So they
Yes.
don't need to use the tutorials, but if you're trying to get like fighting game people or just general gamers to play the game, there's a lot in that game that needs to be explained.
Right.
Like most mechanics, most perks need to be explained. You know what I mean? Like this is a very like mechanic heavy game in comparison to Smash, which kind of pick up and play. Like there's
Yeah.
maybe a character or like there's like 10 characters that maybe need to be discussed a little more. But for the most part, if you play Mario and you press every button, you probably have a good idea what that button does,
Right.
right? But like in this game, if I'm playing Raster and I throw a side B, how am I supposed to know that the side B is supposed to be activated unless I hit somebody, right?
Yeah.
Like that's stuff that you need to know that you would get from a tutorial, or even not even a tutorial, a move list would go a long
Something.
way. Like that is one good thing I can give out Multiverses. They give you a whole thing and explains everything that character can do.
Yeah.
But that's not in Rivals.
Yeah, apparently Rivals 1 has a great tutorial. They
Mm.
just didn't have the time to like put it together. And Dan made a big thread where he was talking about how like they had to prioritize what they wanted to do, and a lot of existing Plat Fighter fans boosted this Kickstarter up to 1 million. So they're like, okay, let's just make the game first. So it's like they made a choice to just make the game as it exists, and honestly, I think it's a fine choice. I think they did the right thing, but it does kind of shut out people now. But I think that's okay because they have like a 10-year plan here.
Mhm.
They've said that they have a long sort of a long tail idea with this. Someone in chat pointed out they just said that they sold 100,000 copies, which is great. But like 100,000 copies, 34% of that's for 34,000 people that don't know what the hell they're doing, right?
Yeah.
I was watching Sajam play, and I, I I felt bad for him because I'm watching him play, and the new game experience for streamers is awful. Like people are giving him terrible advice. People are like, "Oh, you got a hit fall." He's like, "What the hell does that mean?"
Yeah,
People are
bro.
trying.
I was
People
like,
are
huh?
telling him to hit fall. People are telling him. And at one point, he was like, "How do I do a wave dash?" And something clicked in my brain, and I was like, "You don't need to wait." And I got memories flashing back of everybody like, "Oh, I want to do a wave dash." You don't need the wave dash. I have played Plat Fighters for 10 years. I never intentionally wave dash. I'll wave land. I never wave dash because you don't need it, right? It's like,
In this game specifically, you definitely don't need it because the dancing is so good. Like
yeah,
wave dashing is still nice to do, but I'm more often than not like more so than not probably like Waveland. And the few
exactly.
times I do wave dash is like a forward dash, wave dash back for a jab. And you don't even need
Yeah.
that. Like but like
The
yeah, there's
the
a lot
real
going on.
use of it is getting like a running jab, basically, so you don't
Mm-hmm.
get dash attack
Mm-hmm.
because that does pop out a lot. But I feel really bad watching, and this is no flame to Sajam. Obviously, he's learning a brand new genre. It's a nightmare. Like Plat Fighters have so much legacy knowledge that you don't even think about, like
Mm-hmm.
ledge. Like what do you do off the ledge? Like now there's get up attack, special get up, jump, go off, normal get up, roll. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
people don't know any of that stuff, and it's so they just get stuck. I think Plat Fighters just they're so and I kind of take it for granted because I feel the same way. Like when I got into Tekken, there was so much that I had to learn and like figure out, but it's like it it kind of clicked to some degree. It was just like, okay, never jump, just block high or low. That's really it. With Plat Fighters, you add a whole new dimension. It's not just about blocking high or low, because like there are multiple jumps and there's edge guarding and there's ledge games, and um, it's a mess. I feel really bad for anybody just jumping into this game for the first time. I've seen people posting on the Rivals of Aether subreddit that there's stone rank, which is like feel bad for those people, right? Because they're getting eaten alive. Um,
Yeah.
and it's hard to stick to. Um, I don't know. This is a tough genre, man. Straight up.
It is, and like with all the stuff, these are like the only complaints I have. I still think the game is fantastic, but
Yeah.
I also have played platform fighters since I was 10.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
like I don't know how I would feel as a fighting game player who only played like Street Fighter and like Tekken and stuff until today. That would probably feel a lot different. But
Bro, people don't
even
jump. Set like fighting game players don't jump because they're trained not to jump unless it's intent.
Mhm.
Like you have to jump with thought, right?
Yeah.
In plat fighters, you don't really need to think. It's just like I'm jumping, I'm fast falling with aerials, I'm spacing with the aerial.
Yep.
That's
And if I don't like that jump, I'll just double jump back.
exactly. Yep, I
like,
can escape. It's not a full commitment. Like, nope, people don't be doing that in Street. Maybe
mm,
in Guilty Gear, with air dashes or whatever. But like, it's different. It's tough. I don't know how you even start a tutorial in this kind of game, but apparently Rivals 1 had a good one. I do hope that they make it.
yeah, I'm pro moveless more than tutorial right
Sure.
now because I
Yeah.
think moveless is probably easier to implement. But so one of the others needs to be put in this game like relatively quickly because yeah, like you can't depend on like you can't market toward platform fighters if you want your game to truly succeed. I always say that all the time for every platform fighter that has ever came out. Like Smash is not marketed directly to people who like platform fighters; it's directed to people who like Nintendo, really. Um, and
Yeah.
like all these other ones that have come through to be like, oh, we're like Smash, but like we have this mechanic now. They just don't last. The only other like really successful platform fighter right now is Brawlhalla, and they got company backing, and it's free to play.
Yeah.
It's very easy for you to like get into as well. Game's fun as well too. I still jump on every now and then, but for the most part, like I think it's one of the easier ones to get into. I think
That's
it's
a good
hard
point,
to
yeah.
get good, because like
Every
lower
game
level
is.
Brawlhalla and high level Brawlhalla look totally different. Right?
Yeah. I think any game is hard to get good at, right? Like
Yeah.
the nature of competition means that as you sort of progress, the other people do too, and I think any game is difficult to play at a
Yeah.
high level.
But yeah, I think I just overall, I think it's just like you need to like think as a gamer and not as a competitive gamer sometimes.
Right.
So
It's
yeah.
I hope they work it out. I'm a little sad because to me some of the characters feel experimental. Like Crag
Mm.
does not feel like he should exist. I feel like Crag is like a let's try out this moveset. Uh-oh, this isn't fun for anybody. Okay, let's scrap this design. Like, but he's been in there since Rivals.
What is that down throw, bro? Like,
Yeah, dude. The down throw, I just hate that character. Crag, Maple, or Kane, they feel like they were designed in such a way to be like, wow, you could really push the limits of this platform fighter stuff. Look at all the cool stuff we could come up with. It's miserable to fight. I hate those three. Fleet's annoying, but like in a okay way. Like Fleet is like plat fighter annoying. You know what I mean? She's like floating and she's whiff punish, sort of bait and punish. She's that, which is fine. Like I don't care about that. Or Kane is like nonsense all the time. That's a clown character. That I don't know. These characters pissing me off. That's all I can say.
yeah.
And it's really only those three, I think. Everybody else makes it. Even Forsburn, who's weird, is like he's weird, but he's plat fighter weird. It's not
Yeah.
from an alien game, you know.
I feel like more often than not when I lose the force burn, I lost because I like got outplayed. Like
Sure, yeah.
more often than not. I think there's some of those force burns do that thing where like everything is whiff into run back F strong.
Smash. Oh,
And I'm like, okay, man, like eventually, like as soon as I start avoiding that, if you lose, then I win. But if
Yeah.
you have other tricks outside of that, then like I'm like, hey, this force burn be playing the game for real. So
I've lost to a couple Forsburns that just hold down and do that, and it's so
Mhm.
annoying. But again, that's just the hold down thing. I hate holding down in this game, but everybody assures me it's supposed to be in the game and it's better than whatever else exists. So, whatever, I guess. I hate a crouch cancel or a floor hug or whatever the hell you want to call it.
yeah, whatever y'all call it.
So
stupid ass
stupid.
name.
Yeah,
Stupid.
All right, well, thanks for watching y'all gaming, everybody. Hope you guys enjoy it. I might go play some more Rivals too. You streaming right now?
Yeah, we're gonna do me and Stango are gonna talk about like 12 rivals hot takes and
Ooh.
and tier make them. So if you would like to join in on that and see what Stango thinks, a rivals veteran about rivals 2, then come on over to the stream. I'm actually about to start that up like right now-ish, to be honest. So pull up and talk some rivals with us. Yeah.
Turn it on. All right, thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.